Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat. It's time to talk Fantasy Premier League once again. It's Game Week 10. Game Week 9 was terrible for both of us. You outscored me by 2 points, but 49 and 51 both used a wild card. I feel like every time I use a chip, I go wrong on all the 50-50s. Like, I used a free hit in Game Week 8 to try and restore some points. And I picked like Mitro when Tony scored and Mitro picked up nothing. And things like that. I've had the same problem here. I looked at James Maddison, I looked at Trossard, I looked at Phil Foden, I looked at Jarrod Bowen even, who all performed well. I settled on Sterling, Martinelli and Sancho. And Zaha, who I benched, and he didn't do anything anyway. But yeah, I feel like every time those 50-50s just don't go my way. I do think I've set up my team well for the next few weeks, though. As long as players try and form. But yeah, what was your biggest problem? Was it captaining Haaland or was it having no other good players?
Mine was both.
Or not captaining Haaland.
I did not captain Haaland.
I didn't either. I was stupid.
Who got 1 double to 2.
I cost myself 23 points by not captaining him.
Not only did I cost myself 23 points not captaining Haaland, I benched Anthony on 7 and Zamora on 6, while I had Sinistera get me -2. I was furious watching that game. He doesn't... Why? There was no... I was so angry because I had Anthony on my bench on 7, but I started Sinistera who got -2, and then Zamora 6 could have come in for anyone. Chilwell we got 2, Miguel 2, even not even defenders. Sterling only got me 2.
I mean, I lost points for changes I made after last week's video. If you remember back to last week, I said I had Conor Cody in my team. He picked up 9 points. I changed him out last minute for Ben Chilwell because I saw a stupid... I think it was an FPL... What are they called? Differentials. I hate them. I don't ever want to see another one.
Yeah.
Because they always make me go, oh, you know what? I'm using a wild card.
I'll be honest, the FPL scouts aren't that great.
I don't want to ever talk to them. If I find the bloke who makes those FPL scout videos, I will punch him in the face.
The woman's pretty decent.
No, the podcast's good. They cannot be the same people that do the scouts. Because those scouts are waffling. And I know they've said Game Week 10 differential still looks like it, and I know he's in my team, but they're waffling. Anyway.
Just to round up my team for Game Week 9.
For Game Week 9 to discuss.
I mean, I was saved. I'll be honest. Obviously, Haaland got me 23. Kane still got me 6, despite his team losing 3-1.
Yeah.
Billing and Ramsey kept clean sheets. They got 3 each. They got an extra point. Chilwell and Michaelenko conceded. So did Pope. I was furious about that as well. Fulham scoring.
Yeah, literally 88th minute goal.
Unbelievable. So
I had the same with
2 minutes away from an extra 4 points at least there. And then my weekend was saved by one of my differentials. I backed Ashley Young. He picked me up 8 points. 2 for the 90 minutes, 4 for the clean sheet, 2 bonus points.
Fair enough.
That was a nice little differential.
Villa West Ham. How could you predict that they're the 2 teams that are going to not concede this weekend? They're the teams that are conceding in every match. FPL's so unpredictable this year.
I backed Sinistera because I thought he was going to score against Villa. No, he got sent off. He didn't make 60 minutes.
And Leicester are the other ones.
Yeah.
How could you predict they were going to do so well?
Why did Everton capitulate against Southampton?
They didn't, did they? They won 2-1.
Yeah, but they still conceded, and Michaelenko lost me a clean sheet there.
Cody scored, didn't he? That's when we got 9.
Why did Chelsea lose to...
concede against Palace and struggle so much?
Why did Sterling not score? Why did Tony
not
score against Bournemouth?
Anyway, should we look at Game Week 10?
And I'm going to start us off by saying another reason why I'm annoyed at Sinistera is obviously this means I cannot roll over my free transfer, and I've had to use it.
So who have you opted for?
I've opted... Oh, my app has stopped working.
Okay, well, let's build up a suspense then. Oh, who's he gone for?
I can't remember. I genuinely do not remember.
It's a midfielder who's got to be 6.5-ish in price. I did look at Luis Sinistera, so I'm glad I didn't go for him.
Almiron.
Oh,
Miguel Almiron I went for.
In a weekend where Maddison, Trossard, Foden and Bowen put on the shows they did.
I didn't have the money. Sinistera,
could you not take the -4 and move some players?
No, I wanted to roll over the free transfer, not take -4. I look at his last games this season. I mean, okay, he's not done great. I've just looked at his... Okay, I'll be honest, he got 15 points against Fulham. I went, he's cheap, he looks pretty decent. And they've got Brentford up next, who don't look phenomenal.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there.
And for the first time, I just like to say, I know I've been an Ivan Toney fanboy This will be the
benched?
first week I've benched him.
Ooh, controversial against Newcastle as well.
Well, they defend great defensively.
Yeah, but they conceded against Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham are good.
Well, they conceded 4. But, yeah, I was looking at my team. I've not made any changes yet, but I do want to bring James Maddison in. If I can find a way to do that, I will. The problem is, I look at my team and I go, I'm very happy with my midfield. Yeah, Zaha, Sterling, Sancho, Martinelli, they didn't score well last week. But Sancho plays Everton. Martinelli's got Liverpool, who Trossard scored a hat-trick against. Let's not forget. Zaha, he's playing Leeds at home as well. And Chelsea, Sterling, against Wolves, who are now managerless following the sacking of Bruno Lager. So, realistically, my midfield is very strong. Will that result in big points? Hopefully.
I think same. Very strong midfield for me as well. Almiron against the Brentford side who are very up and down, and especially the fact that game was at St James's Park, that should be a win for Newcastle. Jacob Ramsey against Nottingham Forest. That Nottingham Forest side is struggling a lot. They're all over the place, and it would really pile on the misery if they were to lose to Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa will come out on top, and Jacob Ramsey should be involved in that. Same with you, Sterling against Wolves. They're managerless. That should be an easy win for Chelsea. I've got Philip Billing against Leicester. Now I
have Solanke against Leicester.
This is a gamble,
I'm backing.
I've also got Zamora in defence against Leicester. Bournemouth at home. Yes, Leicester beat Forest 4-0.
I was going to say, I
Forest
think
are all over the place.
I think you could get drop points, mate.
I don't think. But also, my other two defenders are Perisic against Brighton away, which I do not trust Tottenham to keep a clean sheet, and Michaelenko against Manchester United.
I think people might be overestimating Bournemouth slightly because of their good start to the year. I mean, I've got Dominic Solanke for Christ's sake.
I mean, this is the big tell.
I still think I think Bournemouth will score, but I think Leicester will win.
And also, just random, I'm starting all 5 of my midfielders this week. My fifth midfielder, Anthony, made the mistake of benching him in the Manchester derby. He looks in very good form, and Everton away is a tough game.
Oh yeah, I was going to say Martial could be a potential pearl for me.
But
I
doubt he starts. I looked at Rashford because he was
agree.
cheap. We could have I could have had him over Almiron.
Yeah, I've got Mitra with a knock who's benched. He didn't perform well last time out. Even if he does start, I think West Ham will beat him. But yeah, I don't even need to ask you who you've got captained. If it's not Erling Haaland, you're mental at this point.
Not Erling Haaland. I'm joking, obviously.
Going to say
he's part of my front two. I've got Haaland captain against Southampton, and then Harry Kane against Brighton.
Ooh, that's not a good pick.
Well, I'm not going to
really,
chance. No, because
of course you're not. But you've benched Tony and you've got Kane.
I think there's more.
Kane has to start, of course.
I think there's more chance of Kane scoring against Brighton than Tony scoring.
I look at the fact that you have Philip Billing.
Oh, do I bench? Oh, that's a good.
I look at Philip Billing and I go, Tony's got to be in that team.
Okay, yeah, Tony is coming out. You know, Billing. No, Billing's a score though.
Okay, he's on your bench, and I'll probably get subbed in for Jacob Ramsey because Jarrod's not started him.
Jarrod starts me every game.
He might not. Well, he might roll the dice.
So now I've got front three with Tony, Kane and Haaland.
I'll run through. I think you pretty much run through your whole team one by one, but I'll run through mine then. I've got Nick Pope in goal against Brentford. Should be a clean sheet there. He's paired up with Trippier in the defence. Clean sheets, please. I beg. Cancelo against Southampton. If they concede, he might have to go. You know.
Yeah.
Might have to go. I've double upped on Chelsea defenders, James and Chilwell. That didn't pay off for me last week. But fingers crossed, Graham Potter's men could do a little better against worse opposition. And then I've got Sterling in the midfield as well of Chelsea. I've backed Martinelli, Sancho and Zaha as well as I've mentioned. And up front, pairing Erling Haaland, Dominic Solanke.
My team?
He's going to score a hat-trick and I'm going to be very happy. Or he's going to come off injured after 40-odd minutes, having picked up a yellow, and it's going to be another Mitrovic
situation. Mitrovic scored a double, but Dalot would have got subbed in and conceded it.
Got red-carded.
Yeah.
After conceding 9 or something.
Goal against Brentford should be a clean sheet. If not, I've got Ivan Toney, so you'd like to think if Pope concedes, it will be Toney who scores.
Fairly bailed out there.
Ashley Young against Forest. The gamble worked against Leeds. He got me 8 points. Against a very poor Forest side, it should again be at least a clean sheet. Ben Chilwell against Wolves, again, should be at least a clean sheet. Hopefully more with goal contributions. Zamora against Leicester. Jordan Zamora. I benched him against Brentford. They kept the clean sheet. I'm backing him this weekend because my other two defenders have got 2 tough games, really.
I don't see it as a bad team at all. Be interesting to see who picks up more points this week. Should we have a quick look at the league before we round off? Is there anything else we need to discuss quickly? Okay, brilliant. Let's have a look at the Football Chat League. Of course, if you haven't joined by this point, it's pretty much pointless joining now. But we're on for, I think, the top 10. Top 10 sound good to you? Usually we only do the top 5, but I think we're going to run through the top 10. We're going to start with number 10. We've got the Money Spinners. Wow. Quite an interesting name, but shout out to Maria Navarro. 546 points, 75 this week. Was up there. We were looking at the table earlier in the week. Was 5th in the league until the game last night between Leicester and...
How come Aaron Hickey didn't get subbed in for him?
Leicester and Bournemouth. Yeah, Aaron Hickey didn't get subbed off.
Oh, he played in 29 minutes and got...
Okay, brilliant. But... yeah, then I look. So up the league, then 9th we've got Noel's Winners, Noel Darkwa. He's a point ahead of Money Spinners, and a point ahead of them. A point ahead of Noel is Mahir Gooden.
And we just mentioned that Noel's got 98, and Mahir Gooden, with not mindful prime, has got 100.
Pretty big
Probably
weeks.
should have a look at this team.
Well, I reckon there's going to be someone big going down.
They had
like down
Haaland,
the league, further on.
Jesus captained, Kane, Maddison, Trossard, Trippier, Martinelli got an assist.
Yeah. But if they'd captained Haaland, they'd be almost top of the league. They'd be second, joint second. But then...
top of the game week.
Potentially, yeah.
5 seconds now.
Is that Mahir? We've got another 100 in at 5, but we'll wait just a moment. In at 7, Jamie Lambert, 549. So 7 to 10, a point between each position.
Yeah.
Then at 551, we're 6th in the league, we've got Anthony Okachukwu.
Recognise that name? Have they been in the league before?
I don't think so, or at least not high.
Okay.
Then Ellery, or Agery, Otagua. 551 points as well, up to 5th in the league.
Just to say, that Cash Money Sterling, number 5, they could have had 100, and if they started Sean Longstaff over, they could have been on 106.
Wow. That'd have been a good another 6 points. Bonane in at 4. Then we have Anthony Hicks, rock around the clock, dropping a place, but still in the top 3.
AFC Mozart.
Then we have AFC Mozart, up to 2nd. Ridwan Ogunjide, and the guy at the top of the league maintains his top spot. Caleb Mogapi, 90 points this week for them, 583 in total. But hot on their heels is AFC Mozart.
To be fair, KLS FC has done well, saying that their defence scored a grand total, and the keeper scored a grand total of 2, 4.
Yeah, mate, that's called having captained Haaland and Foden, isn't
They had Foden, Diaz, Martinelli, Haaland,
Jesus, there we go.
Nunez as well. Why have they got Nunez?
And they're top of the league. That's mental.
That
is mental. Have a quick scroll and just see if I see any mental scorelines.
I'm 581st.
I was going to say, I'm 561st, so both of us really struggling. But yeah, I've seen 107. 118.
I've seen 108.
Okay, well,
Josh Botha.
Yeah. Oh wow, things we'd love to see. Mutant Ninja Skirtles from last year. But 118 here. Captain Haaland had Foden, had Maddison, had Bowen, had Trippier, had Martinelli, had Kane. Some big points there. 118 for Kulusevski.
I found 125.
Kulusevski down in 223.
125. They had Haaland, Jesus, Maddison captained, De Bruyne, Almiron, Foden, Martinelli, Cresswell, Trippier, Ramsdale. They still had Emerson Round and -2 in there.
It's pretty decent.
And they started Ramsdale, who obviously conceded. They benched Danny Ward, who got 8.
So potentially we could have a 140 pointer. A few different picks there. So the captain's Haaland. Genuinely, we would have had the highest in the game week in our league.
Captained Haaland, they'd had another 6. That's 131, 137 there, and then
potentially, if there was a Bowen or if there was a Trossard in there for Martinelli,
or another defender, so raise the -2 for Emerson Royale.
Yeah, a Zuma maybe. Definitely could have been a top of the game week team that. Overall, but yeah, I think they are the highest in the league this week from what I can see. I'm now focusing my attention to the cup. Very early to focus my attention to the cup, especially since the cup doesn't start till game week 28.
I still think I can get top 300.
Yeah, I wanted top 100 this year.
Well, we're only 9 game weeks in.
Yeah, of course, 29 to go. I'll be interested to see what happens, but yeah, that is our FPL roundup for this week. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and. Of course, get involved in the comments down below. What is your team looking like? Who are you bringing in? Who are you subbing out? And yeah, how did your game week 9 go? Was it better than ours? But yeah, look out for Premier League predictions as well tomorrow. And then join us live at the weekend. We've got the Der Klassiker. On Saturday, we'll be covering that while Tottenham Brighton's going on, so keeping tabs there. And on Sunday, join us for the big game of the weekend, Arsenal-Liverpool. But that is all for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.